very powerful.
You mentioned the aspect of the country of America, and one of the things that we're doing at Girl Scouts is we are the only major youth nonprofit that has such a focus on civics. We have a civics program for girls from age 5 all the way to 18. And the result of that, Robert, is that over half of all female elected officials in America were Girl Scouts.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. What a great statistic.
I know. In Congress, 60% of the women were Girl Scouts. The African-American congresswomen, 56% of them Girl Scouts.
That's awesome. That's a great
Secretaries of State. Yeah, all 3 Secretaries of State, Condoleezza Rice, Madeleine Albright, Hillary Clinton, all 3 of them, they were Girl Scouts. And so, we teach civics from the very beginning. And now we are doubling the number of civics and democracy badges because across America, civics and social studies has been taken out of the classroom. And we think it's important for girls to know how our democracy works.
Yes.
And we have badges for that. But can you imagine the powerful connection now that girls are learning about cybersecurity and they're learning about civics?
Oh, yeah.
We find that Girl Scouts do care about how do we protect our electrical grid, our water supply, our voting system. And we are preparing girls with the skills that they can make the changes they want to see in the world and also protect the U.S. And I'll give you a real example. One girl who's in an agricultural community, now that she's learned this, what she is working on a project, the Gold Award project, she knows that tractors and combines don't even have steering wheels anymore, and they're controlled by the Internet of Things. And
right.
What her project is, what happens to the sustainability of our food supply when the Internet of Things get hacked and our tractors and combines don't?
Yep. Wow.
And what I love about that story is that is a girl who takes what she's learned, merged civics and cybersecurity in a way that is making the world a better place.
No kidding. I think it's that whole idea of going from, the assimilation and application to innovation. And that's what she's done. And you should be very proud of what the Girl Scouts are doing in that space. Another thing you mentioned is... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm super interested in what the Girl Scouts are doing. I think that's just you should be super proud of that.
Yeah, we really ask girls to take action. So one of the things that differentiates us from other youth nonprofits is we don't focus on just teaching a girl a skill like programming, code development, or any of those. We ask her, she has to do something with it. She has to take action. She has to show leadership. And we also always have a mentor, that troop leader who's there to develop that girl's potential. So one of my favorite stories is we have a civics badge for girls 5 years and 6 years old, and it's called the Good Neighbor Badge. And in the Good Neighbor Badge, you have to meet your neighbors and you have to learn about a civic institution and do something. Well, in the age of Facebook and Instagram, your followers, they may love you online, but they're not going to feed your dog.
That's right.
Or water your plants your way. But your Girl Scout next door is. But the civic institution a lot of 5 and 6-year-old girls go to see is the fire department. Uh-huh. And, being 5 and 6-year-old girls, when they see the firefighters use a demonstration of a resuscitation for a human, they say, well, what do you do for the animals, right? Because 5 and 6-year-old girls, they love the cats and the dogs.
Doggies, I know that, yeah.
Exactly. And the firefighters will say, well, we don't have pet resuscitation. And the girls will say, why not? And they said, because we don't have budget. So across America, I have stories of girls, whether it's in Oklahoma, whether it's in Seattle, whether it's in California, in New York, those 5 and 6-year-old girls then go and raise the money to buy pet resuscitation. But here's the thing. When they go and show it, who wants a picture with them? Well, the firefighter does, and so does the mayor, right?
Oh, yeah.
That 5 and 6-year-old learns she can make a difference.